All right, let's get practicing in QuickBooks Online. Grab the link below in the description so that you can follow along. All right, here we are in the QBO gym, and the QBO gym is really just a set of numerous exercises that help simulate real-life scenarios that you may encounter as a bookkeeper. Every single month, we come out with a new set of exercises for you to practice and complete, and we break it down for you into 4 different sections. So today we are going to be focusing in the cardio section for August. At the top here is a video that talks about what's going on in Craig's world that month. He is our fictitious business owner. Further down is a quiz that relates to the video that you just watched. And then all the way at the bottom are all of the exercises in this section. So today we are going to be practicing invoicing and making payments. You will need to be in the same session of the sample company that you were using for the previous exercises. If you have not completed those yet, go ahead and click on the link on the top right corner of your screen. That will take you to that exercise, complete that one and all the ones following it until you get back to this one. So our scenario today is that, as you know, Craig just completed an installation job at Red Rock Diner. He asks you to invoice Red Rock Diner for the installation of 10 mums, plus the other assorted plants he purchased at Tanya's, 1 bag of soil, and 2 hours of labor at $60 an hour. He also asks you to make a $100 payment to Sam Smith, who Craig hired as casual labor just to help with this job. So we'll start with the invoice. This first step is to, in the quick actions box on the dashboard, click invoice. Now here I am in the sample company. I am on the last page that I left off of from the previous exercise. That's why it looks this way. There are numerous ways that you can start an invoice. There's one where you can actually go into this invoice category and start a new invoice. You could click on the plus new button and do the invoice, or you can do it the way that it says in the directions here. So let's go ahead and do it that way. If you are on this page, make sure you go to this dashboard, click on that. And then if you scroll down here, here is that quick actions box. Go ahead and click on invoice. And this has populated for us, appeared for us to go ahead and start filling out. So we are creating this invoice for Red Rock Diner. So in the customer field, let's go ahead and put them in there. You can either click into it and start typing in Red Rock Diner. There it is, or you could always click on this arrow here and have it and do a scroll to find it. All right, so I don't know if you noticed here, but this little pop-up drawer had appeared for us, and this says this billable expense. And what that is the billable expense that we had entered in the warm-up exercises, which is why you have to be in the same sessions company as that one, because they continue to build on each other. So that expense was added back then, and that was for when we purchased the plants from Tanya's specifically for this job. So we're going to go ahead and add it, and to do that, you would just click on the blue add button. And you could see that it has been added right there for us. And let's go ahead and fill out the rest. You'll notice on there that there was no product service associated with the plants from the billable expense. And that's because we use the category grid, not the items grid, for the assorted plants that we purchased from Tanya's. So whenever you make a category grid item billable, it's really important to include a description. Otherwise, when you need to go bill that item, you're not going to know what it's for. So we're going to keep going on it. On the second line, we are going to, under the product and service, select mums. So not this first line, but the second line, click into it and you could start typing mums. There it is. And you could see the rate has been added for us because that's what we had done when we had set it up. So we are going to put in the quantity field 10 because that's how many we're invoicing for. So if you put 10 in this quantity field and then tab over, you will see that QBO has made the calculation for us that 10 times 15 is 150. In the third row, we have to add the soil, which that was the one bag that we also need to invoice for. So in the product service field, if you click into it, you could start typing in soil. And there it is. And all that information has come in for us. And then on the fourth row, we are going to bill for the hours. So the product service here will be hours. The quantity field is 2, and then the rate is that 60, the $60 an hour. All right, so on line 4, click into it, start typing hours. And then the quantity we said was 2 hours, and the rate was $60. If you tab over, you will see again that QBO has made that calculation for us. Now at this point, you would just go ahead and save and send this directly to Red Rock Diner since we have their email up here. But for the purposes of this exercise, we are just going to go ahead and save and close. So click on the green Save and Close button. And that invoice has now been saved. So now that the job is invoiced, we need to pay the laborer who did the work. So the first step here is in that same Quick Actions box, we're going to click Vendor. So Quick Actions box here on the dashboard, go ahead and click on Vendor. And this new contact field will appear. In the vendor display name, we're going to type the name Sam Smith, since that was the laborer's name. So go ahead and type in Sam Smith. Now we're going to scroll towards the bottom of this card and into the additional info section. And we're going to do the following. There is a box that says Social Security number or business ID number. We're going to leave that blank for right now. And then we're going to click on the checkbox next to the track payments for 1099. And that's because if we end up paying Sam Smith more than a given amount, which is currently $600 per the government, then we will need to issue a 1099 at the end of the year. So it's always a good idea to just go ahead and check that just in case we use we hire him again. So here is that Social Security box. Go ahead and leave that blank, but go ahead and click on the track payments for 1099. Next, in the billing rate, we are going to put 60 because it's being billed $60 an hour. And just know that this rate is what we will charge customers for Sam's time and not how much we are actually paying him. So in the billing rate here, go ahead and put 60 for 60 per hour. And then under the default expense category, we're going to select job expenses, cost of labor, installation. When we pay Sam, this is the category that will automatically be selected on the expense form. So in here, this default, go ahead and click into it, and you can scroll down to find the installation under the job expenses, cost of labor. Since there are no prior amounts that are owed to Sam, we're going to leave the opening balance field blank, and then we're going to click on the green Save button. So leave this blank here and click on the green Save button, and now he has been saved as a vendor. So now we need to scroll down on the list of vendors to find Sam Smith, and then next to the Create Bill link, there we go, that was the word I was looking for, we're going to click on the down arrow and select Write Check. So let's scroll down to find Sam Smith. There he is. Here's that Create Bill. Go ahead and click on that arrow, and then you're going to select Write Check. Now we just need to go ahead and complete this. Craig had told you that he paid Sam using check number 1120. So in the check number field, we're going to go ahead and enter that. So here's that check number field. Go ahead and delete what's there and do 1120. You can see the checking account. That's the account that it's being paid for, which is great. You will note that the job expenses cost of labor installation is already filled in as a category, and this is because we just entered it in his record. So we're going to see that right there. For the description, we're going to go ahead and enter planting of assorted plants and mums. So go ahead and click into that and start typing in planting of assorted plants and mums. The amount that we have here is going to be 100. So go ahead and click into that and type in 100. The customer that he did this for was Red Rock Diner. So go ahead and click into that. Start typing in Red Rock Diner. There it is. You could have also used the arrow and scrolled down to get it. And now we have finished. So all we need to do is hit save and close. So click on the green save and close button here. And now that check transaction has been saved. If you have any questions or want to know more about the QBO gym, just go ahead and click on the link below in the description. Be sure to leave this session of the sample company open as you will need it for the final exercise in the cardio section, which is all about recording a bank deposit. And I will see you in that next video.